Thank you for checking out this video. This is a 2002 Town & Country. It does have issues with the backlighting in this section, but I also think it would work kind of for a lot of other vehicles on how to take it off and exactly how this one works. They have these little bulbs. I took these out of another one that I have when I try to do some different car audio stuff, and so these ones will fit and work, and I'll show you kind of the process to do that. First thing you're going to need is a Phillips screwdriver. Pretty much everyone has one of those. Flathead, and I believe this is a T10. The writing on it's kind of scratched off, but flathead, Phillips, and that should be about all that you need. You might also want to get like one of these little picks. They do help speed it up, but you can also use a flathead for that. So those are the 4 tools I'll be using for this. First thing you do is you get this little plastic bezel piece, pop it off, pretty easy. There are 2 Phillips screws down underneath here. And with that, you do have to kind of be careful because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you're only getting the center 2. And so lefty loosey, righty tighty, like always. You also might want to get one of these metal plates. They're super helpful. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to just put a screwdriver very carefully, and there's a bunch of little tabs. Pop that off, and this thing will begin to come down. And this is where it kind of gets awkward back in here. You have a bunch of different connectors you got to get off, and you have to push these little red things back and then press it out. Red thing back, press it out. There are 4 of these. You will want to take all 4 off. And this one actually doesn't even have the red one anymore. So mine only has 3, but that will get that off for you. And what we're looking at getting to is this section right here. There are 4 of those T10 screws that we will have to take out. I believe it's T10. It doesn't look like it's any bigger than that. And so with that, I will show you. You just start to unscrew them. Do not lose these. They are small. They're kind of long, but they are small. That's why that little metal tray is super helpful, because all this metallic stuff just sticks in there. Oh, my bit fell off. It is daytime, so you probably couldn't tell that it wasn't super lit up, but at night, the whole right side especially is just fried. So those are the 4 that you need to get off. Again, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't worry about these ones around the edges. That's what holds that to it. And you can just slowly, oh, I forgot one other thing. Flip it back over. Put them to kind of like the off position and pull directly up on these. You only need to take the first 2 off is what I've noticed. Straight off. If it's anywhere set anywhere else, it's not going to come off easy. It'll also help you, because they're keyed, it'll help you put them back in at the end. Now we're ready to flip that back over and go ahead and start just gently pulling up on this piece. And it should come off just like that. That piece comes off. Set that to the side for now. Wow, mine's missing a bulb there. So there should be 4 bulbs. And so 1, 2, 3, and then there's another one over here. There's a little bracket you push up and you can expose the last one. How you get these off. And you can also test them as well when you're doing it. You just twist them to the side. Lefty loosey, righty tighty again, and kind of pull straight up, and that's it. And you put them back down. There's little key grooves. You put them back down. Once you get the new one in, and you push it into the right, and that's done. And so I do want to test to make sure these are this is a new one, well, used new one. If you have a voltmeter, it's super helpful. You'll crank that down to what looks like the Wi-Fi, and that's going to check for your continuity. And it's kind of hard to do with how small this is. That's a good sound. And it's showing, I think that's 14 volts. It's exactly what you want. You set that down in and you spin it to the side. You do that with all of them, and that's really the easiest way to do it. And guess what? When I looked under here, that one was missing too. No wonder I had no light. Somebody has definitely been in this and messing with it before me. This was a used vehicle. And so that it might be why I had no light over there. This little piece has a little clip here. I don't know if I told you that. It just pops right out. Real easy. I'm gonna go ahead and test these other ones, see if they're good. But again, the main part was the left side. I already tested that one. I just have to test the last one. And this can also save you from having to buy all new lights, unless you just want all new ones, just to make sure you don't have to do this process again. But again, it takes just a few minutes. I am not speeding up this video. I'm trying to do it in real time to show you. 13, 14 volts, perfect. That one is good. And then save your battery, and then it doesn't also beep in the background at you. And then you just kind of set this back in. Obviously, you need to put the hole where that is, and you just lightly press it down and into the spot. And then you got to start putting those 4 T10 screws. I'm hoping they're T10. I'm sorry if they're not. I got this little toolkit for like a couple of bucks online, and it has tons of them. Really great if you're doing anything with computers as well, because they have really weird shaped everything, Y screws and stupid stuff to, I guess, keep people out of messing with computers. But honestly, whatever. Put all 4 of those back in. Screw them down snug. You don't have to kill it. It's plastic on metal on plastic, and you got that motherboard in there. That's the last thing you want to do is break it off or strip it down in there. So you don't have to kill it. The goal is just to get it done. I kind of just make sure all of them are kind of where they need to be. Again, you don't have to kill it. You just tighten it down to it. Maybe 1/8 of a turn more. Flip it back over. This can be the part that gets confusing if you did not pull it out the right way. They shouldn't allow you to. You just kind of push it down in and then kind of test it. You can hear it kind of running around this little piece here. Is right where that notch is. Push down in. Perfect. Then this is kind of maybe a little bit more of a difficult thing to do, and I really can't show you well on the camera, is you're just going to literally plug all 4 of them back in, and you're going to push the red tabs back in on all of them. They are different sizes, at least on this Town and Country, which is nice. They're not all the same. Once you get them all in, push those little red pieces in, and then you just gently kind of put this back up and just push it, not real hard. Put your, turned on my flashers. I was like, I sound like a blinker going on and off. And so you will push that in, and then don't forget you got those 2 screws at the bottom to finish, and those are both Phillips. Some people probably say you need to take off the battery. That's fine if you do. You're not really touching anything more than 12 volts. So you should be good on that. You're not doing anything super crazy. You're not touching the battery terminals or anything like that. And that's it. And I will try to show you a video at night to kind of show you what the new ones look like. Thank you guys so much.